A note on Isaiah 62:1 is a reflection I had on Isaiah 62:1. Um, and the verse is actually the first four lines of the poem. And basically, what it is a promise from God that He is going to um, ensure the salvation of His people. And so it's not just oh, I'm going to save you from whatever you're going through, but it's I'm going to save you and sanctify you and deliver you into a into a new way of living, a new creation. So it's a promise for salvation, but it's also a promise for sanctification. And so the poem kind of deals with that, and also some questioning that I had at the time about, like, if my God is so great, why so much non-God did He create? Um, Basically saying, you know, if God is most supreme, most valuable of all things, then why are there so many things that are not Him? And so it kind of moves through that questioning, and then He answers back with sort of this Job 38 feel of who are you, O man? I am God. Were you there when I created the world? No, you weren't. So listen up. And so it's just kind of so it does come from kind of uh, kind of condescends to the audience a little bit, because God can do that because He's sovereign. But then at the end, it's definitely like redeemed by saying that I use my sovereignty to listen to you and to love you and to work things out for your good, and ultimately to send you my son, basically to send you myself to die for you. That I believe in a God that sacrificed Himself for His people. And so and so He did that in sending Himself in the form of His son Jesus, which is kind of, Trinity things are kind of weird to think about, but yeah, basically He sent Himself to die for us on our behalf so that He may take us back home with Him. And so if you kind of look more toward where the voice of God starts, it says, "Oh man, stop looking at yourself in the glass from the purpose of the pain." And some of us get so hung up on what we see. Some of us get so hung up on what we feel, pain, or pleasure or whatever. And I mean, look around. There's so many like beautiful things in the world. There's these cool lawn chairs on my porch. There are buildings and grass and trees and plants and roads and other people, and all of this just right here within view. And it's so easy to get wrapped up on what we're looking at, on what we see, and to think that that's sort of the end of it. So like a tree exists to be a tree, or maybe to give me air or shade, and then that's sort of the end of it. And so that's kind of what it talks about. It's like God is really, He has these windows. All of these things, all of the things that He's made are windows for us to see Him through. But just like in a window, you can see yourself in the reflection. It talks about that. It says, a lot of times we look at these things that He's created when they're really supposed to be pointing to Him, but instead we just see our own reflection in them. And that's kind of where it ends. And then we get frustrated with it because we're frustrated with ourselves, because we constantly fail ourselves and other things constantly fail us. And when things are centered around us, yeah, definitely we live disappointed lives. And so it's kind of saying, it's like, no, like, I'm God, I'm the one who made you, I put life in your veins and breath in your lungs. I'm the one who makes the world turn. I'm the one who makes seasons happen, and all of this. Like, I make all of this happen for my glory, and ultimately, I make all of this happen for you, for my children, for my image bearers, and so that's kind of what the poem's about. And like I said, in the end, it says, it's like I can do all this. I can put you in your place, and I can be sovereign. I can be a creator. I can be God, powerful, and exert my judgment and wrath over you, but what I've chosen to do is provide a way for your salvation, and I aim to see that it burns bright. So it's not just salvation that sits, but it's a salvation that continues to glow, that continues to grow. And so he doesn't just leave us where we are and say, hey, hey, guess what? Like, here's your, get out of hell free card. Now just sit here and enjoy the rest of your miserable life. No, it's like, no, I'm going to constantly give you more of myself, and you're going to see more of who I am, and I'm going to make you into more like my son, Jesus, and your life is going to be more full in me. And so, and that's what I use my sovereignty for. I get glory by giving you pleasure in myself. And so that's kind of what that poem deals with, and what it means to me. I'm eager to hear what you think, whether you agree or disagree, and if you have any questions or anything like that, just feel free to let me know. Send me a video response, or send me a message or text me or whatever. And I'd love to sit down and talk to you about these things. Anyway, if you haven't seen the video, go and watch that, because it would make a lot more sense after seeing the poem video. And yeah, I hope to see you soon in the future. Love you guys. Bye.